Hello and welcome to the GCSE Combined Science Trilogy Foundation Tier Chemistry Paper 2, June 2018. If we look at our first question, it's about atoms, elements of the periodic table. It gives us the periodic table symbol for sulfur, it gives us its mass number, and it gives us the atomic number, the proton number. Below that we have a table where we have to figure out how many electrons it's got in there, how many neutrons it's got. So the number of neutrons is always equal to the mass number, take away the atomic number. So we've got 32 minus 16 is equal to 16 as well. Moving on to 1.2. It says sulfur is in group 6 of the periodic table. Complete the electronic structure of the sulfur atom represented in figure 1. So we can always fit 2 electrons in the first shell, we can fit 8 in the second and 8 in the third. And if we look at our table up here, it tells us we have 16 electrons in total. So the number of protons, the atomic number, is usually the same as the number of electrons. So if you've got 16 protons, you're going to have 16 electrons. So we've got 2 in already, so that leaves us with 14 left out of our total of 16. We can fit 8 of them in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So we've used 10 in total now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That leaves us with a further 6. And we just put the remaining 6 in the third shell like that. It also gives us a bit of confirmation. It says that sulfur is in group 6 of the periodic table, and if you count our electrons in the outer shell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, so that matches. So group 6 has 6 electrons in the outer shell. We next have a word equation. Sulfur reacts with oxygen. Well, it's going to be sulfur plus oxygen, it's just told us that, and it produces, so we don't do an equal sign, we do an arrow, so it goes to sulfur dioxide. So they really helped us with this one, not too much thinking required. And what effect is caused by sulfur dioxide? Acid rain is caused by sulfur dioxide. Global dimming is caused by particulates, so it can't be that one. Global warming is carbon dioxide or methane, and this one's due to ice caps melting. So yeah, it's got to be acid rain. 1.5. Figure 3 shows the mass of sulfur dioxide in the Earth's atmosphere between 1984 and 2014. And it gives us the mass of sulfur in kilotons, so thousands of tons. The student says that the mass of sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere decreased every year between 1984 and 2014. So basically it's gone down every year. So let's have a look. Well, I disagree with that, because you can see between 1984 and 1987 it actually increased. So let's write that down. So no, between 1984 and 1987 it increased. We could be more specific and say exactly how much it increased by, but I don't think it's necessary for this question. Then you could say between 1987 and 1990 it remained constant. And then finally, between 1990 and 2014, well, I can see, yeah, that's decreased all the way then. So from 1990 to 2014, that's gone down. It's decreased. And our last question should be familiar from our maths lesson. So we have 69%, we have 6%, and then we need to work out how much of the sulfur dioxide is actually released by industry. We need to be careful here. We don't want to assume that this is drawn to scale. We have to do it mathematically. So we have 69 plus 6 is 75%, and well, percent is out of 100, so if we do 100 minus that 75% we've just spoken about, that gives us 25%. So the percentage of sulfur dioxide released by industry is 25%, and actually if we look at that, yeah, that kind of matches, it is 25%, so that's confirmed.